Good morning, or whatever time you are watching this video. Welcome to my channel. My name is Kristen. I make lifestyle content. I'm trying to be more consistent with it, but I thought I would take you guys along on a slow Saturday in my life. Oddly enough, my body woke me up at like 6 something this morning, and then I got up, I read my Bible. What else did I do? And then I think I just got back in bed and I went back to sleep for like 2 hours. Got back up. Now I am just getting ready for the day. So on today's agenda right now, I'm going to an exercise class. It's actually called Exercise and Edify. I believe it's a Christian faith-centered strength training session, but it starts at 12:30. So I have a little while before I need to go. I'm going to try to head out there like an hour earlier just because traffic here in Texas is no joke. But I thought I would take you guys along. I might head out in a little bit, like pretty soon, so that I can maybe explore the area while I wait. I don't know. A lot is TBD, but it's going to be a very slow, very calm day. I'm trying to have a lot more slower days. If the last video went up, I talked to you guys about how 2026 has just been so stressful and just kind of hard for me in terms of finishing my master's degree, which I did. Work, grief, family situations, and so 2026 has just been a little heavy for me. And ever since I finished my graduate program in March, I have not really been able to regulate my nervous system because I feel like I'm always feeling stressed. And so I've been trying to challenge myself to have like slower moments, slower days. So last night after work, I came home like at 5, and then I was in bed probably by like 7. So, and I spent the evening like just relaxing in bed. I didn't watch TV. I just read my book. And yeah, and that's probably why I woke up so early now that I'm thinking about it. But I just wanted to have a really slow day, slow Saturday, and just take it easy on myself. I do have some things I want to do, like things productive, like very productive things that I want to do, but I want to be very mindful of like if I start to feel a little like stressed and overwhelmed, like beyond a good amount of stress, like I will reevaluate. So I may get into some productive things during this vlog, but for the most part, I want to take you guys on just like a slow Saturday in my life. So yeah, thank you guys for clicking on this video. Hopefully you guys enjoy. And yeah, let's get into it. So I just started my morning off with some tea. Normally I try to start my morning off with a warm drink. So today I'm doing spearmint tea, which is normally my tea of choice in the mornings. And then just so that I have something on my stomach when I go work out, I'm going to do a smoothie. So I'll probably make that in a second, but I think I'm going to finish getting ready, change into my workout clothes, and then I'll make my smoothie on the way out. And then we'll head to my workout class. Okay, I thought I'd take you guys along and show you guys my makeup routine. Not that it's anything crazy at all, but I thought I would just show you guys because I don't think I've ever shown it on my channel. So contrary to popular belief, I do not wash my face in the morning. I only wash it in the morning if I work out in the morning, and then after when I get back home, I'll wash it when I like shower. But other than that, I don't. I just feel like if you wash it at night, you don't need to. I feel like it also strips like natural oils from your face that your skin like secretes overnight. So I personally do not. What I do is I add some Vanicream. This is the holy grail for my skincare. I've been using it for years, but forever, like 4 years. But yeah, I already put that on, and then I went and made my tea. So I kind of let it like sink in, I guess. And then I use this e.l.f. primer because the e.l.f. primer needs a couple of seconds before, I think it needs like 30 seconds before you start actually applying makeup. I use this foundation as a concealer, if that makes sense. So I literally take the smallest dot and I put it on my hand, or the back of my hand, and then I use like this jank. I am not a makeup person, but I do like to conceal some dark spots that I have. So like I'll just go in with this foundation and just kind of dab it on some spots that I have. Okay, so I just went ahead and put a little bit of concealer on. You guys probably can't tell where I put it, but I just had like some spots from picking at my face that I wanted to clean up. Especially also because I'm going to workout class, I really don't want to put too much on because I don't want it to be like rolling off because your girl sweats a lot. So I normally bring like a workout towel with me to my workout, and then I normally will wear all black. I like to wear all black just because you don't want to feel insecure about your sweat lines and all of that stuff. And I just feel like wearing black is such a complimentary color to like anybody's skin tone. So I personally will always wear black. So today's outfit is just this black exercise top and then some black leggings. And that's pretty much it. And then moving on for my skincare, sometimes I'll put a little bit of blush on. I don't think I'm gonna put it on today, only because, like I said, I'm going to the gym and I'm gonna sweat it off. All right, lashes are done. Well, technically I did 2 coats on this eye and I've only done 1, but whatever. Next thing I do, and probably pretty much the last thing I do, is I just brush up my eyebrows. I haven't gotten them done in weeks. However, my skin is so sensitive that every time I get them done, I just break out in bumps for like the next week. So I don't get them done unless like I feel like I have to. For the most part, I do upkeep on my own, but yeah. But now I have to brush them because they're kind of a little crazy. I have my dad's eyebrows, which are bushy and curly. Love them, wouldn't trade them for the world. I just have to do a little bit of combing. And what I use, this is so bootleg. So I had this e.l.f. little brow and lash, I guess, gel. And I ran out, like they're empty. So I just used like my Extreme Wetline gel. I put it on the back of my hand and then I just brush my eyebrows. Now, if I sweat as much as I think I'm gonna sweat in this class, this will be gone by the end of class. But I just do it to like, again, make me feel better and to make my eyebrows look a little bit more put together. That is basically all I do for my face. And then just the last thing is I use the e.l.f. setting spray, which I will use that in a second once my eyebrows dry a little bit. But that's it for my makeup. Okay, I just changed. Now I'm putting on my Asics. These are honestly like my favorite shoe right now. Like, I can't even lie, they're so chic. And I'm wearing my all black and I feel pretty good. Skin's doing great. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Here is the outfit. This is so creamy because of the bananas. Wow, that is yummy. I haven't been able to make smoothies because my other smoothie maker broke. And so this just feels so good to be able to make smoothies at home. Also, the wild blueberries that I use for my smoothies are hands down the best ones that I've ever tried. I get them from H-E-B and they are just so good. I use them to also make like blueberry syrup, but oh my goodness, that smoothie is so good. Hopefully it doesn't make me fall asleep, but like I said, I really wanted to eat something and have something on my stomach heading into a workout class. I truly have to laugh every time I'm heading out because it literally looks like I'm going on like this great adventure and I'm literally just going downtown. But I try to bring all my like productive stuff and then of course a bag to walk through the stores with, and then of course have my smoothie today. But it always looks like I have so much going on. I just got out of my workout. It was so good. It was like a HIIT workout. We did a word. It was so beautiful because the word that she shared was about Jonah, and that was literally that same exact story was the story that like was a pivotal moment in my life when I shifted careers, because I believe that the Lord confirmed it with that story. If you don't know about that story, it's about Jonah and the whale, but in terms of knowing verses, like I can know the story but like not remember it like perfectly. But basically Jonah was given, like, ran away from what God was telling him to do because he didn't want to do it, and then he was given a second chance and or a second opportunity to do what God had commanded him to do, and he did it. And in my youth group, they were talking about, like, if God gives you a second chance, take it. And it's like, if we make the wrong decision the first time, maybe our discernment wasn't up, maybe we rushed to make the decision, we make a wrong decision, and then God corrects us and gives us another opportunity to make it right, like to take that opportunity. And that was at the time where I had turned down this job, and the next week or something like that, the boss from that job had said, like, hey, we want you. And I had just been praying about the current job that I was in, and it was just God telling me, like, to take that second chance, you know. But so I'm so shy, girl, but I don't know what I'm gonna do because I'm so sweaty right now that I don't even know if I could go in good faith and sit in like a coffee shop or something. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head home, get all showered and clean, and then maybe I'll go to like a coffee shop out there near me, or maybe I'll just work from home. I don't know. I have a couple of things. I did want to go to Target to get some soil, so maybe I'll just go do that while I'm sweaty. Hopefully I'll dry off by the time I get home. But that was so fun. I felt so good in there. Everyone was super nice. It was a Christian community, so of course everybody was nice. And I completely forgot that. Like, my anxiety forgot. When I was anxious before I walked in there, I completely forgot that it was a Christian event. So that was great, just getting to be surrounded by Christian people and people who share the same values. And I definitely will be back. It is a little far from my house, but I will definitely make the trip just to be a part of that again. But I'm gonna head home. I got probably like an hour drive ahead of me, maybe 45 minutes. Get all showered, and then I'll probably check back in then. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this vlog, I'm really trying to help like regulate my nervous system. And one of the things that I've noticed that can kind of make me a little, you know, is being on social media. I don't have any social media except YouTube and Pinterest. Even if you even count Pinterest, I don't even know if people count that, and then YouTube. But as a person who's trying to create their own content on here, I find that it can be very overwhelming in the sense of like, then I'm trying to like, you don't realize it, but if you see something so often, sometimes you try to replicate it subconsciously and you don't just like be yourself. And so one thing that I've been doing is I have been intentionally not watching YouTube. I maybe watch one YouTube video a day, and it's normally like informational. It's not really like along the lines of what I like to make my content of. So I won't really watch like any other YouTubers who make the same content as me, if that makes sense. So like I will watch like a podcaster more so, or yeah, but I've really been limiting my time on watching YouTube, and I find that it has helped immensely. I have an Aura ring, and one of the things I noticed is that I'm like less stressed, because it can, I guess, pick up that. I'm less stressed when I don't watch it, because I think in my mind, my gears are turning. Like watching other people create content can be like, okay, how can I do this in my video type of thing, whereas for other people it may be more of something that's relaxing. So just noticing that right now I am opting to read my book, which I want to share with you guys. Right now it's called, I want to make sure I say it right, In the Likely Event by Rebecca Yarros. It's about these two people who, I wish I had like the summary, but basically like they met on like a plane, I believe, and then the plane crashed, and he saved her, and this is not spoiling, this is like literally in the first couple of pages. It might even be in the summary, and then they kind of meet again later on, so it kind of jumps in time. But I'm 50% done with that. My goal is to finish it this weekend, so I've been really trying to be intentional about reading. I read a lot last night and then I'm reading a little bit more right now, but just using my time to really like do things that calm me and keep me calm rather than doing things that unfortunately for me kind of cause me to get angsty, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm gonna eat my soup dumplings. I use coconut aminos as the sauce. I don't know if that's right, but that's what I use and that's what I have. I actually just ran out, but I prefer using coconut aminos over soy sauce because I'm very sensitive to soy. I don't know if I'm allergic to it. I don't know what's going on, but also on that note about me being like allergic to things and whatever, I'm very proud of my skin today. Normally after I work out and my body gets hot, I get hives. Today I didn't. So I don't know if it's because I've cleaned up my diet a little bit this past week. I don't know what's going on, but I'm not gonna question it. I'm just happy that I didn't get hives like after I worked out. My skin looks pretty much the same way it looked when I left the house earlier. So yeah. Maybe it's because I'm not stressing. I don't know. But yes, I'm going to go ahead and eat. And then, yeah. Yeah, I just want to share that with you guys. I seriously need to invest in a tripod because what you guys are sitting on is so unsafe, but it's okay. I wanted to show you guys some recent plants that I got because I don't even know when the last time I showed you guys what plants I had because it's been such a long time. But this is my peace lily. I just have her in this beautiful vase. I got this vase from Home Goods and she is being water fed. So there's no soil here, just rocks. She drinks a lot, so I have to like keep an eye and make sure that the water level doesn't go too low, which I need to water her. Plants that I want, look at this big girl. I got her almost a year ago. She was like $15 and she was maybe like this tall. So she has grown a lot, but she needs a really, really good cleaning. This is a rubber plant for those who do not know. I think mine was a variegated one, but it's super interesting because one stem is like variegated, but then my other one, well, it has two variegated leaves, but for the most part, they're just like this beautiful green color. I actually really, really like both options, but I feel like when I got it, I thought there was more like pink and variegation, but I love it so far. There are 3 stems in here, I believe. Ooh, is that a bug? I don't know. 3 stems in here. And then I think there's like one skinny one that may turn into another stem. But the amount of dirt on this plant is kind of crazy. So right now she's in this terracotta plant pot. Oh my goodness, words are hard. But I'm thinking of putting her in this one. The only thing with this one is that there's no drainage. So I have a fear of like full on putting her in here because I'm like, there's no drainage and I don't want her to like not do well. The other option, ooh, my camera's about to die. The other plant that I want to repot is going to be, ooh, hopefully you guys don't fall, is my Dracaena marginata. I got her around the same time that I got her the rubber plant, and she has just like taken off and sprouted. And I think she was probably about here when I got her around this time, almost a year ago. And so she's grown about like a foot. But here's the conundrum. I got this plant pot. Now I've been seeing on Pinterest that people have these like Dracaena marginatas, or what are they called? Dragon tree plants, and they have them and they're like huge, like taller than me, and they're in these tiny bowls. And I love the look of this tiny bowl. It's like a really organic rock and it has a drainage hole in it. And part of me is like, should I try to plant her in here? Should I not? I don't know. Maybe we just go with the safe option for right now and just replant my basil plant because I just need to replant. I know I can replant this one. This one has a drainage hole and I know I want to put this one in here. So maybe I'll just do this one. Also, there's like bugs in the soil and she was outside. But I think for now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clean the rubber plant, clean my dragon tree, and then repot this one because this is the only one that I'm sure that I want in this pot and that is going to work. And I have some soil left over, so I'm just gonna add some soil, put this in there, and then yes, that's what we'll do. And then we'll go shower and call it a night because your girl is tired. Alright, so turns out I only have enough soil to replant my basil, so I went ahead and just gave her like a shower and repotted her, letting that drain. And then while I was waiting for the soil to dry or cool off, because I did put all of the soil through the microwave because I heard that if you potentially have larvae in your soil, if you heat it up on like 30 seconds, it'll kill the larvae so that you don't get like fruit flies in your house. So while I was waiting for the dirt to dry to repot that one, I spent time cleaning her off. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not a perfect job, but like night and day difference in terms of the cleanliness of this. I'm still debating on whether or not I want to repot it in the pot that I showed you guys because it's so dense. So that's gonna be TBD. Anyways, I couldn't do it because I don't have enough soil. I have like literally this much soil. So couldn't repot it today anyways. And then my rubber plant, I just went ahead and cleaned her. Ooh, I gotta clean some more, but cleaned up half of it. I need to clean these bottom ones. But that has been a workout in and of itself, like literally a workout. But now that I'm looking at my dragon tree, like she has grown so much. Sometimes you don't realize how much they have grown. I wish I had before pictures. If I can find before pictures, I'll insert them here of when I first got them. But wow, they've grown so much. And I've also put her in the sink, my dragon tree, in the sink to get like a nice bath. And then I'm also going to do the same thing with my rubber plant because they've been in here inside a couple of days and they haven't been getting water. So I'm going to go ahead and water them pretty much for the week. And yeah, that'll be it in terms of the plants for today because cleaning these plants is no joke. I don't know. I'm assuming it's pollen that's getting all on the leaves. And we did have like a pollen influx a couple weeks ago, so I think that's what it is. But hopefully when they're inside, we won't really have to deal with that. But of course, maintenance is key with these plants because if you clean the leaves, it allows them to absorb the sun better. And then of course, when they absorb the sun more, they'll grow better. So I'm gonna finish off cleaning these. And yeah. I just finished showering. I am in my comfies. I'm on the couch in my little corner and I am reading again. Like I said earlier, my goal is to finish this book today. So I'm going to end off the video here, but thank you guys so much for spending this slow but productive Saturday with me. I really had fun filming it. I feel like every time I film a video, like I'm encouraged to like go out and do things and also just to be productive and hold myself accountable. But today was productive, but it was also not stressful. And that's what we're aiming for, to be productive, but to not overwhelm ourselves. And so just today was just like a blessing and a breath of fresh air to not only go to the workout class, but also to get things done around my apartment and to take you guys along. And yeah, I do want to film these more often just to not only hold myself accountable, but just to share like my moments with you guys and to post some relatable content, hopefully. Hopefully someone else related to the feeling of how wanting to be productive all the time, but also needing to slow down and take care of yourself. And yeah, and I really enjoyed today, and thank you guys again for staying to this point in the video, clicking on this video. And if you guys really like this video, be sure to of course like it, but also subscribe to my channel, and I will have more videos like this because I did really enjoy filming it. But Thank you guys again, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night, whatever time you guys are watching it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.